So today we're making barbecue ribs with some mac and cheese and some coleslaw. First we're gonna start off with the ribs, and yeah, let's get to it. So since the rack of ribs are too long for the foil, I'm going to slice it in half and put one on top of each other for each of the container. So before I put the other one on top of it, I am going to season it with all these seasonings. We got garlic, onion, salt, black pepper, cumin, and olive oil. Okay, we're gonna start with the garlic powder. Going to do the same thing for all the ribs. Sorry about that. And now, since I put everything on there, I'm just gonna put this one on top and we're gonna start. Since while that's heating up, we are going to continue with the other racks of ribs, and do the same thing. Put all the spices on, and I'm just gonna rub the one on top to the one on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just combine all the spices for the ribs in a little bowl so I could just sprinkle it on top so I don't have to keep on going back and forth. So I have all of the ingredients in the same bowl. Now, since we're finished with the 3 racks of ribs, I'm going to put it in the oven because the oven's ready. So keep in mind it's set at 350. And yeah, so we're gonna put it in. Okay, there's one. And 2. I'm just gonna set it this way so we can make more room for the other one. And 3. There. Okay, since we finished the ribs and since it's cooking right now, we're gonna start with the mac and cheese now. So we're going to put it on high so it could boil faster. And what I like to do is put some oil in the water so the pasta doesn't stick. So now we're going to wait until it starts to boil. Okay, so now the water is boiling and now we add the noodles. Now I'm just gonna mix it around every couple of minutes so it doesn't stick to the bottom and it doesn't burn. There. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm just gonna stir it again every once in a while. Now since the pasta is done cooking, I'm going to strain it. Okay, now I'm gonna put it back in the pan. And I'm just going to let it cool. because now we are going to make the cheese sauce. So I'm going to start mixing the flour and the salt and the garlic all together. My advice is to leave out the butter to let it soften, so it doesn't take that long to heat up and melt. Okay. Now we're going to put it here to just melt. So I'm just gonna put it at medium. Now, since the butter is completely melted, I am going to add the flour mixture. So I'm just gonna add that in here. Okay, and I'm going to mix it until it turns brown, a nice brown. Now I'm going to add milk to this and let it smoothen out.
Rubbing his eyes? Okay, good.
Okay, so this is one.
It's about to end.
What do you mean?
Okay, hurry up.
It's just like two. Okay. Now I'm just gonna mix it until it smoothens out. Now I'm going to add some sour cream in it. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did with the milk, just going to mix it till it's smooth. Now that that is sticking to the spatula, or thickening, I should say, we're now gonna add the cheese. Lovely. And one more should do it. Now I'm just going to mix that around on low so it does not boil. Now we are going to make the coleslaw. So what I'm going to do now is just make the mixture for the coleslaw and just put it and just dump it in the coleslaw and just mix it up and then just let it sit for a while so it can soak in. Okay, so we're going to add the mayonnaise. A little more. lemon juice. One and two. And then some vinegar. There's one and then two. And then some salt. Okay. And then some black pepper. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm gonna mix it up. Might need to add a little more, but that's the final process of the coleslaw. So now, since the cheese is done and smoothened out, as you can see, we are going to add it in the mac and cheese pot. Now I will mix it in with the mac and cheese. This is the final product of mac and cheese. So now that the ribs are done cooking, we're going to lather it with barbecue sauce, just regular barbecue sauce. And there you go.